DBK, joined by my co-casters Snooey here, and we got our game 2 once again, and well, we're already in the next tier of bands. So let's kind of recap here what's happened so far. What's up?
I like what I'm seeing so far. I think this is going to be a little bit more of an offensive game than the one we just had.
I mean, there was.
Look at the heroes.
There was a good amount of action last game, but yeah, it did have a lot of slow points too.
Yeah, I guess.
It was actually some good team fights, but yeah, overall it was a pretty slow game. I do agree there. Yeah, I mean,
it could have been more aggressive at least.
Yeah, it was, and that's where the makeup here of both sides definitely speaks for that, at least so far. So we'll see how that plays out ultimately. But the initial bans, I mean, the first game was interesting. Second game, no different. Puppet Master, Ravener, Tremble, and Swiftblade. So, you know, we saw Malakin ban the first game by Shrek. This time they actually do not ban Malakin. They leave it open. So I wonder if then he got banned in the next tier ban. So never mind.
Never mind indeed.
He's taken out. So Malakin.
Feels like these two teams kind of swapped sides a little bit. Last time it was Undercover Agents that were going on the offensive, and Ogre were going on defense. Now it seems like it's the opposite way around. So I guess Ogre got tired of waiting around. They want to make some stuff happen instead, and they're saying like, "Fuck it, let's go all in here."
Yeah, that's interesting how that can happen, but well. So
that's usually the result of when you get really frustrated in a game that lasts like 50 minutes, and you're like, "Oh, come on!" I like, for example, the Tempest. I mean, he had some good ultimates. I mean, not gonna lie. I mean, the 4-man ultimate for the top lane, but still, I mean, I'm pretty sure that he wanted more than that. So now they're saying instead that like we are the ones that were actually going to create stuff.
Yeah. See a curse being right-clicked over there on the side of Undercover Agents. I wonder if that's for a ban purpose or they actually plan to pick it up themselves.
I think it's really good in this particular game. I mean, a curse in front of a Dr. Repulsor Behemoth is going to create a lot of spot or a lot of space, and a cursed semi-carry is actually not too shabby.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. We have seen that. And actually, a cursed Valkyrie was another thing we saw. You know, a little bit of going into, of course, the World Finals, and then at the World Finals, even we saw that being addressed several times. So. Neither of those heroes were touched so far, so see if that becomes a potential.
Could really be, yeah. It was the BMG running it, right? A long lane, a cursed Valk lane.
Yeah, they were the ones that started doing it, and actually a couple of other teams definitely started to replicate it, so it gained some good attention. I know some of the Southeast Asia teams, even before the World Finals, were doing research on them. We saw them, a couple of them running it as well, so. That's, again, Sam Wraith, his history used to be that this is a very passive hero. Run it in tri-lane, you know, just very sit back and farm. Honestly, though, lately Sam Wraith is more of an aggressive carry. You know, uses that global ultimate pretty effectively. And I know he got a buff to his Desert's Curse that allows him to also be a little more aggressive earlier on. So, not the highest win percentage, though.
You got a lot of stuns and setups for it so far. Parasite and Magnus, they are going to need some kind of AoE lockdown there, I feel, if they are going to go or succeed with this kind of lineup. But I don't know. I mean, where's Magnus going to lane now? I just hope it's not a suicide Magnus, because I don't know what I would do in that case. But otherwise, I mean, you have to put in mid and then have more supporting the Samurf, I guess. But either way, I mean, Magnus 1 versus 1 mid, yeah, sure, it's fine. But what are they going to pick for suicide? And I feel like they need something that can like create space for the Samurf.
Well.
Or something to heal them up, some like a team support item, like we can actually pick up like, or have some minions, for example, or Astro, or something similar to that, because otherwise I just feel like they're gonna get destroyed if Behemoth gets his pole key. Samurf is a really good counter to Behemoth though, because of the pole key factor, he disables it.
Yeah, no, that is very true. A hero that can, you know, Fusen actually brought up a very interesting concept of an idea like using a Flux. So look at Flux. Flux just picked up, but Flux Ultimate for scouting purposes. We even saw them do a Thunderbringer for that purpose. Now that game specifically didn't actually work out for them in the end, but the concept there that you use it for scouting purposes, and obviously, what I'm getting at, that could also be a great assistance for a hero like Sandwraith, of course, who relies on that idea that. And I was even thinking like a Sir Bensington. That's a hero we haven't really seen in a long time, but Brings something to the table where he's able to assist with out of nowhere, basically, with the Sand Ray. So also, Empath is still on the board now. That would mean a Moira would be more of a suicide.
Yeah, it wouldn't work
possibly,
out.
but
They really need something that can like stand up to this Flux, because Flux is going to be in the mid now. He could even be, I mean, I guess it's a defensive tri-lane from Undercover Agents, so Dr. Repulsor would be him off Glacius, for example. Glacius can rotate to the mid. Glacius, Flux versus Magnus, sounds like a little bit of a disaster for the Legion team, so they need something that can actually, pick up some farm in the mid, I feel.
yeah. Well.
Flux, if he ultimates, does that affect all the Samurf illusions? Or the Samurf ultimate?
As far as like pull them at least, I don't know. I want to say
I mean,
would.
can he just push them all away as soon as he uses his ultimate?
Well, I guess the question is, does it work against illusions? And if it does, then it should. So, yeah, I mean, that's not really thought about. I mean, it's they do go the Valkyrie at least. I know it cursed, but
damn,
possibly thinking that. But they get the Valkyrie in the end with the Flex. But yeah, no, that's true. Just being able to push the illusions away as soon as Samurai spawns them is. I want to say you can, but I'm not 100% honestly. So they final pick Pebbles, by the way. Of course, on the side of Shrek.
Not a fan. Not a fan. Pebbles once again, just like last game. I mean, I don't see him getting an early portal key, and that's literally what the hero is all about. We have seen Sync run it a few times in the safe lane as well. They go Steam Boots, Mystic Vestment, and then he's just a tanky presence, and they just push base as fast as possible. But I mean, they don't really have too much push in this leading lineup, and he is like, it's all going to be about that portal key, and if he can snowball. And at this point, like, where are they going to run him?
Yeah.
Like, wait, is this a? Wait, just 1 second. Imba Pingu is the suicide player, or isn't he? Yeah, and he's playing the Samurf. Is this a suicide Samurf?
No, there's no way. It's I would. You're
he can
right
jump
though, because
over
now
the
he's usually their player, yeah, and he's on the Pebbles, but
Nah, that wouldn't work.
I mean,
out.
you would think without looking at the player names, it's going to be a Magnus Suicide, a Sandray Short, Pebbles middle, Moria probably babysitting the Sand Wraith. I mean. I guess he'd have to babysit the Pebbles even, but...
Yeah, I mean, what is Pebbles gonna do in this game? Unless, I mean, he has to be safe lane more or less, I guess. But I mean, still, Samurf.
Then where do you put Sandwraith? Yeah, no.
Versus a defensive tri-lane?
I guess Sandwraith isn't a bad option. He's bad in the sense that you want farm on him, I would think, to be effective. But I mean, I guess that could be the concept that, yeah, you sacrifice this farm earlier on, for the sake of guaranteeing Pebbles, then, Pebbles gets the portal key, starts snowballing, and then Sandray starts to pick up farm, I guess. But I don't know. That does seem a little funky. I mean,
they need to be on top of their communication as well if they do that. I mean, because then it's all going to be about the 4 heroes buying so much time for the Samurf.
You think of a couple other heroes that are similar as far as the carry potential in a suicide. You got a Madman and a Swiftblades are the ones that come to mind, and both, bring to the table a very powerful skill set that allows them to be also pretty active early on, despite lack of farm. I don't think Sandwraith is necessarily on that level. Now, he does provide. He's not like a Bushwhack by any means, but where he has to sit back and farm, or whatever other hero. But yeah, I don't know. it's here we are, kind of theory crafting it. I mean, for all we know, it is not going to be a Suicide Sandwraith, but. Guess not much else to do in a pause, to be fair, but
I don't know. It sure seems that way, but I mean, still, 2 melee heroes with the Magnus and the Pebbles. I don't like having Pebbles together with the Samurfs. I feel like, some AoE lockdown, like have a Bubbles, a Shipper, something that provides so much more early aggression, something that the Hellborn team actually needs to take into consideration in the early levels. Now they can play as safe as they want, more or less. It's the Parasite they need to be paying attention to, but other than a Parasite, they really have nothing to fear. I mean, Pebbles is not going to deal too much damage, seeing as, he's not going to have any support to set the stun up, and therefore he's not going to be able to combo.
Yeah. I don't know.
And they're going to sacrifice 2 lanes. I mean, Magnus, if he were to go suicide, then he's not going to get jack shit because he's versus a defensive tri-lane. And Pebbles mid versus a Flux, he's not going to get a single last day either. So it's all in on Samurf, and I just don't like all ins.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this pause ends soon, damn it, because I want to see what Shrek's going to do. I do have a couple of updates, though, actually. Looks like we are good here.
Yeah, Quincy
there you go.
Quincy
just posted them. Unfortunately, that doesn't last long enough. So
do it again, Quincy.
Yeah, but to reiterate what he was showing right there, Nullstone did defeat Team Zenzig 2-0. I'm looking at Team Zenzig, and nothing really that stands out as far as players go. So, so Nullstone's moving on. Solaire Club took out No Shades. We saw No Shades earlier. Solaire Club, though, pulls out the victory there, so congratulations to them. Fresh did 2-0 Dishonored. Reason Gaming just won 2-0 over DreamHack Summer. And DSBN did go 2-0 over Coolio, so they're advancing on. Now, an interesting one here. Team Who and Thanks for the MMR are actually tied now, 1-1. So they're going into a third game. Looking forward to seeing how that one turns out. Definitely a pretty solid series there as well. So keep an eye on those results there. They continue
Seems
to
like
look.
they are in the draft right now for the third game. So.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Keep an eye on that. So, really, aggressive lane Pebbles with the Moira.
Wait,
is that they're going to aggressive pseudo trial lane here. Magnus mid, and Samurai solo short.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Like you last picked the Pebbles, and for what purpose? Like, if you're like already having this in mind, like, why would you go for a hero like Pebbles? Like, there's so many different options that you could actually like do way much better. I mean, because Pebbles is terrible on man-ups. Like, he shouldn't be in a tri-lane, I feel, simply because of the fact that like he can't combo up until he's level 4 or 3, depending on what items he gets.
Yeah.
And then it's already too late, more or less, because you need to get your kills early on if you're in an offensive tri-lane.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh,
that was weird.
I thought it hit him, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking about the Fissure as well. He didn't throw out the Fissure. It was in range the entire time.
That's true. Maybe he thought the arrow was actually going to hit, and then he was going to Fissure after.
Very likely.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. But, yeah, saving that Fissure stun, and this is not going to be good for Moira, though, as he blocked off. He is. Oh, a little bit of lag spike there, and actually going to be collapsed. Oh, the arrow misses! Are you kidding me? Are you getting this lag, too?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Oh, jeez. Oh, I feel for them, because that's... they are going to get it in the end. I mean, they deserve it, to be fair. So, I'm kind of glad
I don't know if
it
affected the clock mag as well, because he was trying to eat the creep to avoid the block, but he was just like...
That's true, yeah. No, that's just... that really was unfortunate for both parties, no doubt. Well, hopefully that is the end of that. But in the end, they do take out Moira. And,
Suicide Flux now as well.
What is going on here? So now Pebbles is rotating.
I was so confused or focused on the Legion lineup that I didn't even notice that Horsebill is actually playing Valk.
Yeah, Destroy Footers, that's true. What? What is going on here, man? This is a weird game already. So Suicide Flux, that is a odd Suicide hero. Now he's tanky as hell.
He is in trouble.
This is why he's an odd Suicide hero. Because when it comes to escape, he really doesn't have much of it, and they're going to try to make him pay for that. You see the Arcane, or Shards of Harkon applied. Stun comes out, Minotaur stun on top. Here comes, hey, the whole party's here.
4 people.
4 people. Collapse on a Flux at the bottom lane. All right. I mean, I guess they have 4 people. That's going to happen, but...
What now? Samurf is like, okay, why are you here?
Yeah.
You're going to steal my lane?
This is a funky game, man. Start things off here. Now Behemoth is coming to the bottom lane with Glacius Haster, and uh-oh. I mean, they saw Glacius coming over. And now he's actually turning around, playing it safe. Figured he might have been gone on. So now we're seeing transitions from both sides. I mean, Shrek is... Sandwraith is going somewhere else. They make it a tri-lane bottom. I don't even know what to make of this. Freeze comes out. There's the pull-in from Flux. Fissure stun. I believe that actually did connect. Maybe not, actually. But anyways, point is, he's still going to fall? Maybe? Oh, my God. He's going to live? No way. Shards of Harkon comes out. He's going to live!
Are you kidding me?
What? Okay, no, it goes down. Tundra Blast. Just enough mana for that, too. That was close.
This game is so chaos.
Yeah. Well, all right. And Pebbles does go down. So so it is going to be a Suicide Sandwraith in the end. It goes back to what we were kind of almost predicting.
At this point, it would have been better if they started it off like this, instead of wasting time rotating all the time. I mean, what did they expect, though? I mean, Pebbles more a long lane?
Yeah.
Doesn't really sound too good.
And now Flux is going to... No, he buys boots, okay.
Same game as, or the same thing as last game. I mean, they have the freaking Pebbles Mora, same combination, and it's so obvious that the Hellborn team is going to go offensive towards them, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Feels like they should have picked it up on the first game that this is not a winning concept.
4 minutes in coming up right here, so hopefully things are now a little bit calmed down as far as switch-ups. As it seems like that could be the case, but you gotta like the Hellborn team a little better with how it's all shaped up. I mean, Flux right now, he's having a great time, 15-5. Sure, he has a death, but he's in a pretty prime spot to do well. Pebbles, not so much. In fact, going to be pulled in right there, but no follow-up. But it is just Flux and Behemoth right now. Glacier is currently protecting an Invis rune, which he's actually going to take right there. And there's no vision here by the Legion team, so we never saw Pebbles versus a tri-lane, really. I mean, I guess it kind of has developed into a tri-lane, huh? So technically
They
one
just
here.
put Pebbles in the mid. Maybe Pebbles in the mid. It should have transitioned. They ran all the way from the top, but it should have stopped in the mid instead, I feel.
Yeah.
Instead of running all the way to the bottom.
That's a dead Pebbles, probably. No! Fisher's on the wrong side. Will it matter? Maybe not. One more auto attack. Yeah, he gets it.
He's going to be so frustrated after this game. Like, he's used to playing, like, Ravenor 600 GPM.
Yeah.
Now he gets the Pebbles 2 times in a row, and he's down on 125 GPM.
Yeah. Not,
They lose
not
every single lane. Every single lane goes in favor for Undercover.
Yeah, it's... I don't really know what more to say. This is what we predicted, too. And, Sandwraith gets outplayed big time there. Valkyrie finds him and shows off his burst potential. And I mean, he has a 2-level advantage on top of that. I don't even know if he was level 6 at the time. But still, point is, he had an advantage going into that fight, and he takes advantage of it and gets the easy kill as he finds him. So this is quickly snowballing out of hand. But it goes back to, if you're Shrek here, what do? You can't... You're losing all 3 lanes, as you already pointed out. I mean, Magnus is, I guess, doing okay in the middle lane. He's 24-2, Doctor's 34-7, so not really at the same time. Yeah, like literally nothing is going at all for
the one thing that you can do is try to get Magnus, possibly Striders. It's not optimal though, since he's the only one with farm, but I don't know what else to do, and just try to get as many kills as possible here from the bot lane. Like, put every 5 people from Legion side here at the bot lane is try to get ganks off or something. I mean, they're not going to get anything. I mean, it seems silly to just say that, okay, put Samurf down here as well, help with the ganks, but he really doesn't get anything at the top lane.
Yeah,
I mean, look at his position.
I was going to say, yeah, we saw it earlier when he got killed, in fact. I mean, he was hiding off to the side of the jungle, and Valkyrie just kind of knew what was up, and he just went in there and killed him. So it's what can Sandwraith do? I mean, this is the same spot. Very similar spot, and I feel like Nox has a good idea. In fact, they're going to spot him with the Flux ulti. In the meantime, in the bottom lane, that's why they were using it too, because Pebbles is getting pulled in and eventually will get taken out. It's you can't do anything. I mean, there's nothing they can do against this.
There's nothing else to say than this. Than the Hellborn outdrafted Legion team big time.
They outdrafted them, and as a result of the outdraft, definitely outlaned them pretty heavy here. That's really stresses how it's not often we see a draft that's really like, what were they thinking? But this is definitely one of those from Shrek, at least from a top tier team. I mean, okay, I don't want to get out of hand here. I mean, to be fair, it's not a top tier team by any means, but it is a newer team. But still,
yeah. I mean, they still have like Clockwork has been around for some time. I mean, he's been drafting for Ogre now during the entire season 3. So I feel like he shouldn't be making a rookie mistake like this when it comes to the draft.
Yeah.
Even though it's new players, and I don't know how the communication is during the draft, if new players wants different, or I mean people wants different kind of heroes or anything like that. But I mean, you should just ignore it and just do your own thing in that case. It's better to have one strict captain than getting a draft like this.
Yeah,
you can't please anyone or everyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to take the suffer role or a hero that you don't necessarily like, but perhaps is way much better for your team.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's look back at that final pick, and what should they have gone with instead of the Pebbles? What would you consider to be what could have been a decent pick there? A suicide option, I guess?
Yeah, I think it went wrong when I picked up the Samurf. I don't see it synergized at all with Mora and the rest of the team, especially with the Magnus. Like, I feel like he is the kind of hero that you should try to run in a dual lane, for example. I mean, dual mid works fine. I don't know why we don't see that anymore. Magnus Pyromonster is like so deadly.
Yeah.
But now instead of it felt like they were going for Magnus suicide even. That's like the expression, or in what I thought it was going to happen before they picked up the Samurf. And I'm not a fan of that either. So I don't know. I mean, if you pick a Mora, isn't you like trying to reach the late stages of the game? Like, so a hard carry would be something that you should look into. But then once again, Samref, is he a hard carry? Does he go well with the team? I would say like something like a Clanks. I'm not sure if he was banned, but something that can shut down a Doctor as well, like a Dark Lady, for example. A Dark Lady would have been fine versus a Trident as well
Puppet
because he got
Master.
that Taint Soul, Yeah, Puppet
Yeah.
Master.
He might have
Something
been
with
banned,
a little bit
but
more pressure at least.
yeah.
I think that's where they go wrong at least. They don't have anything that the Hellborn team needs to fear in the early levels.
Yeah, I mean,
They can do whatever they want.
the Moira pick very likely for the Doctor, if anything, but we see right there, Parasite. He gets found in
Oh,
the
Glacius
jungle
is
and-
booked here.
oh yeah, it's on the wrong side of that. I didn't even notice. That was illusion for some reason, but it might not matter in the end. Flux pulls him in with Doctor and Behemoth still here. They get another kill on a Moira, and now Magnus. He's just trying to run away at this point. He does have Steam Bath, so just ton happens though, and he's gonna try to use it real quickly. Maybe get killed by Kongor. Ain't gonna happen though. Final auto attack from Flux finishes him off. So yeah, I mean you can definitely tell as well. Shrek is in a spot of. They know that not a whole lot's going their way. Arrow connects, but he's on the cliff there. Nox doesn't care, though. He leaps in, and he is now a serial killer. 476 gold per minute Valkyrie in the short lane. He already has an Energizer picked up. I think Undercover Agents are well on their way to the round of 8 here.
Sure looks that way.
Yeah. So we'll see how this one continues to shape up, but if anything, we may jump into that other series we were mentioning here. Yeah. Don't want to leave too early here, but
it's getting to that point.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I did not expect this at all after the 50-minute game.
No.
Won, but like I don't know. I mean, Parasite as well. They pick it up. I mean, I feel like Parasite is the kind of hero that you should run with like a dual mid or something, so that you can create space, be active early on. But no, everything went wrong for Ogre.
Yeah, this is just one of those ugly games. I mean, it happens even to the best teams. It's sometimes you just, for whatever reason, nothing goes your way. The draft, the lanes, all of a sudden. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times in best of 3 series where one team they get just destroyed in a 15-minute concede victory, and then the next game they come back and either do the same or they even win the second game. So you're the best teams. Like I keep going back to it. Just it happens, but. Learning from your mistakes is the biggest thing to take from it. As long as you know where you went wrong, and if you're Shrek here, kind of going over what you were saying, was the Sandwraith really the best option? That final pick, Pebbles, did that make a lot of sense? There's definitely question marks across the board there. So, but Undercover Agents, they got to be feeling pretty good again. A team that they just put together, as you pointed out, specifically for this event, even, and seeing if they can qualify. And now they're going to be one step away from that, so that's got to be feeling pretty good. The winner of this, by the way, who do they play? Ooh, Nullstone Gaming is who they play.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that really should actually be a pretty good series there. I mean, again, as we're getting deep into this event, it's not surprising. Who's Team Grief? They're in the round of 8.
Oh, yeah,
my God. Okay.
Haxaron.
Yeah. Mighty Marcus, Haxaron, Embry, Fine, and Macera. Okay. That's understandable.
It's a mix of the old Ogre, as well with Haxaron and what's it else that you mentioned? Embry, I don't think he's playing though. I think he's ringing.
Is he? Okay. He's on the roster there, but they're facing Fresh tomorrow. That'll be good.
That's gonna be a really good one, yeah.
Yeah, and then Reason Gaming versus TSBN, that team we talked about. So really, really good matchups in the round of 8 there. That's gonna be exciting stuff. Sandwraith, oh, he jukes away in the middle lane. Well played on his part. He's definitely dead at the top lane, but now Behemoth is kind of charging him down. I don't think he's going to be able to do much, though. Or maybe he traps him? No, Glacius can't get there in time. Sandwraith will fall back. Bottom lane in the meantime. Flux is like, I'm tanky, bitches. He takes somebody with him, and he does go down, though. But he kills Pebbles in the process, despite 4 Legion heroes being there in total. So 12 minutes coming up here, and again, it's inevitable matter of time here.
Small steps, but it's not going to be enough. Like, they need to use, 3-4 heroes to just get 1 hero kill at this point.
Yeah. All right.
500 GPM Valk. Yeah, looking bad. I mean, this game is...
Yeah. We'll wait till we'll wait till the 15 minutes at least, but if it's still not over just yet, then we may just hop out ourselves. But we'll give it till then, see if anything happens. As Pebbles
It's
is
probably the most accurate thing to do, yeah.
falling
It
back.
would be
in.
a little bit BM as well to jump out, I guess, too early, even though it
Yeah.
is looking really bad, you know.
At
Better
least
to
give
wait
them
for 15 minutes.
let's give them a chance to concede. Then just jump in.
That's a
out
good way to
early,
put it.
Yeah. You see Valkyrie headed back toward the top. Actually, even getting a null stone here shortly. So, what is your take on Valkyrie carry potential? I've always kind of been, I find it to be not necessarily the best option, but we have. I mean, Imba Boy actually has been running it. Was running it lately for reason. We've seen it a couple times here and there. As far as like a carry Valkyrie.
At the start, I wasn't too much of a fan of it either, but I mean, it's growing on me more and more, and it's kind of like, as we see right now, I mean, they're using the ultimate for playing a little bit more offensively. So even though like he might not necessarily be the best hard carry when it comes to late game, and doesn't necessarily have the best, let's say, farm potential, I mean, the hero can be useful in the mid game, so to say. And that AoE ultimate of his, Call of the Valkyrie, is very useful as well in the team fights. Deals a lot of damage. Very strong 1v1 hero. So I mean, it got a lot of things going for her. It's just, I mean, as long as you're not competing versus like Calanx or something like that, I mean, it's just fine.
Yeah.
As in this game, for example, Samref, I mean, it's not really going to be too much of a problem. So Valk works perfectly.
Yeah. Now, I mean, those were a couple of pretty big kills right there. So as I say that, Santa Wraith is. Oh, he ports out. Is he going to get away is the question. And where did he go? He went up here. Okay. that's one of the awkward escapes of Santa Wraith, where it's like, okay, he got away from the initial target, but he obviously has to port to somebody else. He has no option there. So it's a matter of, is that person ready to take him out?
Yeah,
so.
There's a little bit of a dilemma. It's
yeah. It's like, do I actually
like,
go to that guy?
I?
Who's a better chance of killing me?
Exactly. Or who do I want to give the gold to?
Yeah, true. That's fair. So he does get picked off in the end. Again, his fourth death just has not been his game, and understandable. But as I was saying, I mean, they got Doctor and Glacius. They found both of them in the jungle and picked them off. Magnus already has a portal key. He's level 11, in fact. So Tasi's like, you know what? I'm still doing my thing. And going to try to give us our best shot.
Looking to do some stuff in the mid as well. I think he's going to look for an arrow. I mean, this is what's good with the hero, that he can actually create stuff on his own. Like, he can create things.
Magnus counter coming out, though. Flux is going to fall. Glacial downpour going to be stopped right there. And Glacius goes down, but here comes Dr. Repulsor as well as Behemoth. They finish up Pebbles. And now here's Valkyrie leaping in with the Call to Valkyrie. However, Arcane Vortex comes out. They're going to be stuck in that. And actually, Valkyrie's in a little bit of trouble here. Behemoth Shockwave coming out of it, so never mind. And a double tap for him. So that's... Honestly, for how far down they are, they actually fought that pretty damn well. And actually, Magnus isn't done yet. He comes in and picks off Dr. Repulsor. Are we going to see an arrow right here? There's no way he's going to hit an arrow. Yeah, he's too far away. Right?
He's a cooldown as well.
Okay, well, there you go. So, but yeah, again, they fought that pretty well in the end, considering the circumstances. And you see Pebbles right here, just out of range of a stun, so trying to get even more out of it, but
his Magnus actually has 370 GPM.
Yeah, no, he's again, Tasi's actually doing pretty good work here. He's the only reason why this game is still happening, that's for sure. And right now, Pebbles middle lane, the arrow will hit.
Bottom as
and
well.
He goes down. Samurai the ulti. They're going to try to chase down Behemoth, but he got the invis off. He has the freaking Ion Stone. And the Valkyrie Prism on top, and the last auto attack is not enough. Holy crap, what a survive.
That's pretty cute.
Got away.
Yeah. Ion Stone.
Ion Stone, man, talk about an item that's underrated. Holy crap. I want to see more of that.
Yeah,
Ion
what's
Stone
it cost? 250?
powerful,
200
dude.
gold?
It's 200 gold, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
200 gold.
That's
200 gold. That's 2 Word of Sights. It's so because it doesn't destroy the rune. I mean, I think that's the coolest thing about it. Like, there's no downside in that sense. It's not like, oh, you're taking it away from a teammate. No, you just do it, and they can still bottle it up. I mean,
I think it's good for suicide heroes actually, for the cause of like, or if you can control the bot rune every single time. I mean, either you can fill the rune in your Ion Stone and then pick up the rune manually as well, or if it's a refreshment, you get 2 charges. Instead of just 1. Well, that's 200 gold, and that's a lot for a suicide hero. Instead of having to go back to base all the time, just picking up an Ion Stone can be a good idea.
Yeah.
And as Quincy pointed out here as well, we got the Alchemist bones on Behemoth now.
Okay. Flux gets picked off there, by the way, as nice stop on Iglesias, but here comes Behemoth and Dr. Repulsor in response. Fissure's done well off right there. And actually, that may cost them a kill. I think it is. Magnus going to get away in the end. So, yeah, miss time in that Fissure's. You know, Alchemist Bones, though, it's a little bit trollish. What an arrow on a Parasite, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, Horsebill is just playing amazing today.
And gets the kill there.
There's nothing else to it. I mean, I don't know if he has missed an arrow yet.
Yeah, no, he's playing fantastic, no doubt. And, you know, he actually had a chance, well, in the first 3 picks, he could have picked up Malakin, but they chose not to for him. But hey, I think he's doing just fine on Valkyrie here. But Alchemist Bones, again, he got the buff to where it now also gives experience, and it's even instant cast on top of that. Could you see this actually being a serious pickup on a Behemoth, or is this because it's...
It's 100% troll. It has to be. I mean, it's good to have a Alchemist Bone versus a Parasite in cases, but this Parasite is 200 GPM. It's not going to be a problem whatsoever. A Behemoth Portal Key, on the other hand, would win them the game straight away. So yeah. I feel like it's just a little bit of a silly move by Genshin Station.
13,000 gold. Lead right here for the Hellborn team. Valkyrie gets dumped, but Flux with the counter. Freeze comes out as well. Valkyrie still not able to move just yet. Finally leaps away before the Arcane Vortex. Uh-oh, Behemoth. No, okay, Behemoth wasn't in that. What am I saying? They actually do catch out Glacius in the end. And now they're trying to chase them down. Valkyrie has that Energizer of hers. They will get Moira. They want more, though, damn it. Sandwraith, he's going to take an arrow, and he is eventually going to fall there as a result.
Those arrows, man.
Yeah, he's not missing any of those. Behemoth, the Shockwave to help take out Parasite. No, he does die at the end, the Chuck from now, but at what cost here? He eventually goes down as well. And a near genocide. Where was Magnus? Was he there? Yeah,
I mean, the Mora ultimated on top of Magnus just when his ultimate was about to go off. He would have hit 3 heroes with his eruption.
Really? That's what
Mora
you're reacting to? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch that. Oh, wow.
Like, I was just so confused. I thought it was the Hellborn who had a Mora for a second, but nope.
Oh, well, that's a problem. Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah, again, that's always just... That's one of those heroes, you think of like a Pharaoh, a Behemoth, where it's just like, you do got to be a little careful, because you can screw your own teammates up if you're not careful with that. And I think Arcane Vortex is like the ultimate of that, because it's you got to be really careful when you're using that, because that could really screw up timings. And that's an example right there. So.
Oh boy, yeah. Sometimes you should just play it cautious instead. Not use your abilities just because you have them off cooldown, so to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it happens.
And it does. And the lead just gets bigger and better here now for Undercover Agents. And I mean, Sandwraith, he's 78 gold per minute. I feel bad.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. You know, I actually glanced over to the side. I was like thinking to myself, like, if you're Sandwraith here, would you think about just going for like a Mock or Brilliance? But then I realized he's farming 78 gold per minute. It's just like, never mind. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you know, Mock, if you can reach it at the 45-minute mark, it might be.
There's the
useful.
comeback. Comeback's real.
The Hellborn have destroyed
Yeah,
the
that's
Legion
a
Tower.
shitty spot to be in. Null Fire Blade on Valkyrie level 2 even.
600 GPM Valk, like, I don't even...
Yeah, how do you do that?
I don't know.
I mean, Valkyrie does have pretty good flash farming, to be fair, but still. Just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How many hero kills do they have? 7, 0, and 7, so yeah, that helps. 3, 1, and 11. Behemoth. Yeah, it's kind of just hitting me that this is VN Sensation. It's been a while since we've seen him.
Yep.
I
don't think we've seen him since he was with Nova in Thailand.
Yeah, that's right. Q Squad days. Parasite getting picked off here. Dr. Repulsor will fall. Behemoth, though. Another pretty big shockwave coming out, and no kills as a result of it, though, so maybe not as big as it's making out to be. He falls back before.
I feel like they should, keep going.
Magnus chases, yeah. Mora's even here. Fidget Stunt comes out, but that Mora Arcane Vortex. Or Shard of the Harkon more so. It actually stuns and it gets the kill there. Current record farm for Valkyrie is 617 gold per minute. Well, Nox is just about there. That's 607, so. Now, how do you, Quincy, how do you just, Is that so? Like, if he gets like 650 GPM and then by the end of the game it drops down like 600, would you count 600 or would you count where his highest peak was at like a
good question.
certain point of the game?
It's probably what it ends like.
It's probably.
I think
I'm sure it's what it
so hard
ends.
to
Yeah.
calculate. Yeah.
But I was just curious. That
I don't think the home client records the other stuff. Yeah.
it could only kind of get. Yeah, that's true. When people have like 10,000 gold per minute. That's the record, guys. I don't know. Some guy did it. Some silver player. More. That's just an illusion. So. Never mind.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
As another tower goes down. In favor of the Hellborn team here. So.
Okay. Legion to concede quite yet. I mean, it is their final game after all, so drop this and you're out. So I guess they want to stick to it.
They can make it happen. Behemoth, he's found by Magmus, but yeah, I was going to say, not much Magmus can do by himself. Forced to fall back right here. But Nox, again, the GPM just gets higher and higher. So technically right now he has the record on Valkyrie, but game we need to end
bottom.
for that to be official. We do see bottom lane. Moira catches Flux. He's in the Arcane Vortex, but Flux with a push off there. Sandwraith. Is he going to pour it in? It looks like he has beautiful combo. The poor man's portal key. Maybe a little bit overkill there, but they get both the kills onto Flux and Glacius.
Yeah,
wouldn't this be something, man? I know, it's small steps. Wouldn't this be something if they grind this one out and eventually
it can't be. It can't be. I mean, 640 GPM bulk. I mean, just no. It would be fun if it happened, but no.
Sandwraith, man.
Not very likely.
Sandwraith is pulling up a little bit of gold now. He's up to 133 GPM.
He almost doubled his GPM in 2 minutes. It's impressive.
Corspel has the same KDA as Boxy had. Interesting. 8017. There you go. Replicate the good players.
Yeah.
How is that other series going, by the way? Let me just check on that.
Good question. It's 19 minutes in, 10-12 in kills.
Oh, it's a pretty close game there. Jim Carrey, I don't know if I have. I don't even know if I have actually any of them on my thing, but Glacius gets picked up. Arrow! Oh, he runs into it. He ran right into it, unfortunately. Trying to dodge it, and that hurt him in the end. So, it's tough, man. I keep feeling like Shrek is. They win a couple fights here and there. They get some good ganks, and so it's like part of me doesn't want to leave, but.
I mean, in the end, even if they get 1 or 2 kills, I mean, I think the gold and the experience, maybe not the experience, but the gold is just increasing anyway, because Valk is farming the same amount of gold that they get for the kills at the same time, so.
All right. Let's give it 30 minutes here. 30 minutes, we'll leave. Unless Shrek is within 5,000 golden experience.
We got 2K on Samref. What do you get?
Codex. No, you can't even do that. What am I saying?
Ironstone.
It kind of goes back to what I was getting at earlier. It's like, should he just really just save up for a mock here and just kind of go?
I can't. It's not gonna. It's gonna be way too late. Like, I don't know what else he can do though. I mean, there's really not much options. I guess Energizer and just try to be aggressive.
Hope that
you should get something at least. When you're this far behind, you need every item that you can get or every stat that you can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in. He's going to ulti right here. Pebbles will jump. Doctor pulls her. Magma's a beautiful follow-up.
What?
And Doctor does go down right there. Man, burn auto flux in the meantime. You do see Valkyrie. His auto attack damage looking pretty good. And the eruption goes off. No damage from it, though. As they did a good job of spreading, and the freeze now on to Magmus. Arcane Vortex going to try to stall what he can. Pebbles is like, get off me, and he throws him into the Arcane Vortex. The Valkyrie, that is. Magmus now trying to escape, throws a stun on a Valkyrie, and they're going to have to get away. So, again, Shrek is fighting, man. They're somehow doing, as I say that, they're being chased down now. Sandwraith is going to be picked off, and now the tower is going to fall, and it actually might be more on top of that. Dr. Repulsor, is he going to look to chase down Moria? It looks like it. Magmus stunned, though. Flux, no. The Shards of Harkon stun. prevent
One
that.
buyback from Doctor at least. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Magnus' ultimate didn't hit anything.
Yeah, if he was able to get that off right away as soon as he's stunned, then that could have actually been pretty big. But
Still, yeah, they are hanging in there somehow.
I know. See, that's why I'm just like, I don't want to miss the most epic comeback ever in Hunt history, man. Or at least
that would
up
be a
there.
shame.
It would be up there.
It's still though in that fight, even though it seemed like it went well for Shrek, I mean they actually dropped 1k in experience more or less and 2k in gold.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean I guess some of it's in Doctor's buyback as well, so you can't necessarily count it
Yeah.
as 2k gold, but I mean still a small lead for the Hellborn side.
Nox is 2,800 more gold saved up, has a Frostbird on top of the level 2 nullifier. Nearly 650 gold per minute. See, that I guess that's another part of me that's like, is this really over? Considering it's a Valkyrie hard carry. This isn't like a Dark Lady or Kronos or, you know, someone that's just like, oh yeah, no, he's going to destroy. It's a Valkyrie. I mean,
Oh,
she's
they're gonna
strong,
set it up
but,
on him.
and actually, yeah, this is a big kill. They won't get it? Oh, they will get it. Okay. There's a token, though. So at least they
I
get the
didn't
token.
even pay
used.
attention to the token, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they should have gotten that kill.
Well.
Or it depends on who you root for, I guess, but Forcebill is like breaking the
I'm
record
ready for
right
comeback.
away. That's true. And I want him to break the record for Valk though, but
Well, apparently he has the most kills without dying on Valkyrie, so there's one that he's broken now.
nice.
But the GPM, yeah, exactly. It's unless the game actually finishes, it's not going to be official yet. So
I feel like Parasite should pick up Lex Talionis if he goes for the Codex build. It's too good to ignore.
oh yeah, no, if you go Codex, you go Lex. Yeah, that's kind of silly not to. It's so cheap, and for how much it actually does to enhance your overall damage, I just don't see why you wouldn't. But he is passing it up here, and he's just leveling up that Codex. It's not going to be level 4 here, in fact.
Somehow they made their way over to the enemy forest. I am not sure how they're able to be up here. I feel like Hellborn team should be all over them all the time. Just get some wards up, but for some reason, I mean, the wards are not top notch from the Hellborn side. I feel like they are way too passive. I mean,
Yeah.
they're down here at the bot rune instead of like outside of Legion base where I feel like they should be.
Makes you wonder, again, we do have to keep in mind that they don't have all this information that we have. As a spectator, we get all this gold leads and the GPMs of everyone and, you know, all this information at our hand where, as a player, you don't get that. So, I mean, they know they're ahead, sure, but, you know, maybe they feel like this is a little bit closer than it really is. Because I agree with you. It does feel like that they have been playing a little too passive here for how much of a lead they do have, especially. Well... I mean, as we say that, I mean, middle lane, that's just Sandwraith kind of scouting out,
The Legion have
seeing
destroyed
what's up.
a
In the meantime, top tower
They're
kill.
giving Ogre towers now as well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Magnus level 17 and no one on the Hellborn team got a BKB. Like, if they were to push this and get a nice eruption off, like, I don't know. I mean, the comeback.
It's real.
I don't know.
Sort of the high purchase by Sandwraith, by the way.
Wow, he's
Yeah,
actually going for it.
he is
Alright,
doing
all
it.
in or nothing.
I'm telling you, man, this is it. Everything is lining up for this to be the game. This crazy comeback. Doctor, only 2 charges on the icon. You see Morris is going to have fun chasing him down, but in the end, not much coming of it. Yeah, I wonder if Behemoth is regretting the Alchemist Bones pickup now a little bit. I mean, yes and no, because, oh, nice pick there. Jeez. That was a quick kill.
I mean, I don't know. They're actually making like Hellborn actually a little bit insecure
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I know
It shouldn't be happening, but it is.
yeah, that's why I'm having so much trouble just saying, all right, let's go to the other game, because it just feels like, man, that something's brewing here. A freaking Hellflower on Magnus. Tassi deserves so much credit here for his team. Like, it's ridiculous how without him playing the way he is, I mean, there's no way. I mean, this game was over 20 minutes ago, but he's
No, they definitely should have gone for the PK on Behemoth as well instead of the Alchemist Bones. I don't know.
yeah.
If they were to lose this game, that is gonna burn.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's like over the top to go out with supposed to be.
I don't know.
Although I will say doing it after the portal key might have made more sense
Yes.
if you're being a little more realistic. But yeah, the fact that he went for it before is a little bit like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
I mean, Samurf didn't have steam boots more or less at the time,
Yeah.
as he went for it. So
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
a
true.
key on Behemoth right there would have been like, oh wait, what's going on?
Maybe just
Oh,
scouting.
just using it for scouting, I guess. Yeah, they're actually using that a lot for scouting.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned.
Well, I mean, he knows like they're not looking to pick fights here. I mean, they're looking to just farm. So why not use it for scouting purposes and maybe give an opening to the Parasite possibly to jump somebody or the Magnus. Are they doing Congar or no? Congar's not up, but is it going to be up soon? I feel like he still has a little bit of time here. Okay, they're going to use a Valkyrie Prism, but somebody was on a Ward site. Yeah, Behemoth was right on a Ward site, so Shrek should have all the information necessary that something's going on, and it looks like they do. Maybe? Magnus? Magnus, what are you doing? What?
What?
They knew. I mean, they 100% knew. Like, why would Magnus just run up like that?
Oh my
boy.
god.
In
Please
a
don't do it.
in a game where you actually were trying to maybe make... Tossie, we just gave you freaking credit, man!
Classic curse.
Boy.
But can Ogre please get back to the base now? I mean, Magnus got a buyback. What?
He bought
Why
back,
did he
yeah.
use it so recklessly?
He used it really early. This is
They
their
could have
tilting,
baited
man.
that.
They are tilting.
Now they poured back. Oh, come on.
I
that
mean-
was a really good opportunity.
Here we are sitting here. It's like they're down 18,000 gold and 12,000 experience, but it's still, yeah, it's just frustrating. It's like knowing that making such a dumb mistake like that is now gonna like prevent any really chances they may have had of coming back actually. But well, yeah, yeah, not only died, but I agree with you. Like why he bought back so quickly right there is beyond me, but. Maybe there's more to it as far as communication goes. For all we know, the team was screaming, "Buyback, we're going to go in right here." Behemoth actually gets jumped by Parasite, as well as Sandwraith ports in, and they get the kill. So,
I mean, they freaking have some means, like, to still, like, I mean, it's not easy, but it still could make a comeback. So I just get so pissed when they make a stupid mistake like that.
Yeah.
I mean, these players definitely know that that was a mistake.
well, yeah, no, it's fair to say. I mean, if you're going to make a comeback here, that's unacceptable. That's not good. That can't happen. I mean, it's one thing if the game's like even or you have a slight lead and sure you make a mistake like that, but when you're trying to make an epic comeback, now again, are they going to get a pick here on a Flux? Flux is so
He's
freaking
really damn
tanky though, and actually that's going to buy time for a response. You see more as like, well, I'll throw this out. Is that Magnus caught in it? It is. Okay, he gets stunned as he comes out. He throws out his Lava Surge. Going to use a Steam Bath. He's doing everything he can to try to get away, but it's just not going to happen. And now he doesn't have a buyback. Parasite's going to be picked off. Pebbles is like, well, I get a kill here. Well, I'm going to die as well, though. Yeah, that was greedy. I think they knew that, though. And I think they are at a spot now of feeling, okay, this game's actually probably over. The Sandwraith? Oh, my God, he even died. Shockwave at the top lane. I missed that, actually, but I'm sure that was pretty epic. Yeah, I saw him up there, and as soon as I went to go to him, all of a sudden he's just dead. So yeah, he only has 1,000 life. I mean, he went a freaking mock up right after Steam Boot, so it's understandable.
Yep.
All right, I think we actually are going to be wrapping up here.
Looks that way.
This game
Unfortunately.
goes, yeah, no,
That's,
it was a good attempt, but you know, some silly mistakes in the end, and I'm sure they would be the first to say it that
Yeah.
ultimately cost them any chance here.
A Legion barrack has been destroyed.
Down goes the Rax, and now making their way towards bottom, and I think it's going to be safe to say that Nox will break the record as well for Valkyrie carry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's getting up there, too, to one of the better GPMs we've seen in a long time. I know we saw several 700-plus
Salomon
games.
will break it, or
Yeah,
break
Salomon
it.
doesn't count, man. Let's just say
Uh,
that now. Salomon does not count when it comes to GPM records.
He's in a known bracket in that case.
He's in his own bracket, yeah. Flux, so it's fine.
Oh my god.
Valkyrie finds Sandwraith. Yeah, when the Valkyrie carry is doing that much to the opposing carry, that's never a good sign. All right, I think I'm comfortable now to jump into the other game.
I agree.
I think now's the time.
Has been destroyed.
All right, let's do this here. So let's see. Let me jump off of player.
Trent,
Short
AGP.
can. I'll go for short can.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Team Who versus. Thanks for the MMR. Let me update real quickly. Who's which side? I'll check that. Let's see. We got Team Who's Hellborn. All right. Thanks for the MMR. All right. So this is a 1-1 game right here in the round of 16. So obviously this is game 3. Again, the winner goes on to the round of 8 tomorrow. As we do see a jump right here as we're coming in. Prisoner jumping the Deadwood, also hooks in Engineer in the background. Here's a big Magnus Eruption though. Protectivity even bigger, however. And Midas able to escape as well. So a couple of big plays on either side, but in the end, get away and now spin from Swiftblade in the front lines. Easy to fall back though, gets caught by the Skeleton King. Magnus stunned, he gets tableted.
Oh my god, that hook.
Jeez, the plays here. What are we jumping into, man? Pretty solid game, it
of
looks
action.
like.
Seems
Yeah.
to be a little bit more about the hard carries here. 600 GPM Swiftblade versus a 500 GPM Silhouette.
Ooh, a little bit of a hiccup there. I do feel a little bit
that's a
bad
good thing.
when the players, when the spectators join. It causes a little bit of a hiccup sometimes. So, sorry guys. Thanks Quincy, coming in late. All right. Anyways, but yeah, you mentioned it. 600 plus GPM Swiftblade. Silhouette's also up there though, and she's gonna try to do what she can to defend here. Swiftblade, he's gonna die. No.
Oh my God.
Is he actually gonna live to this somehow? He does not. He ends up going down, but he did a lot of damage before he fell, and Silhouette actually does end up going down as well. Prisoner does get taken out though, and so does Rhapsody. What a finish there. A double tap for Drenth playing the Ophelia. And they will hold. So we're jumping into what is a game 3 here.
Parasite might actually fall as well here.
Is he?
He's
Oh
down
yeah,
in
no,
the
he's in the
box.
creep. Yeah, he has to dodge here.
It's not the easiest spell to hit though. Turret, Keg, and Grasp on
no.
a rock Parasite creep.
In fact,
Actually gonna turn
Parasite,
it
yeah,
around.
they're going to turn this. Midas coming in, and they realize that. Engineer Kegstein trying to prevent, but it's not going to happen. He goes down. Rotten Grasp will finally connect, but obviously just way too late at that point. So, Shorecan on the Midas gets credit for a kill. Yeah, no, interesting stuff, though. We're jumping into a fun one here. I mean, both sides got some positives going for them from what we can tell. Sure, it's a lead here for Team Who currently, but I think thanks for the MMR still has a pretty good shot, most certainly, especially when you got a Silhouette farmer like he is. In the right hands is always a scary target.
Sure is one of the strongest late game, I would say. Simply because of that mobility and that ultimate of hers is
Yeah.
so annoying to deal with when you're trying to push and she's just constantly with that illusion breaking your base or something similar.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've seen several games, notably one that comes to mind is that Flensmeister Sync performance. I forget who they were playing, but it was a game that they really should have lost, but it's just because of the Silhouette play. Where it's
It was versus
constantly
BMG.
backdooring. Was it versus BMG? Okay, yeah.
I think
That
it was
makes
one of the
sense.
grand finals
Yeah.
games from some cycle.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Yeah, so again, in the right hands, knowing what they're doing, you could definitely say for good reason he's one of the scarier late game carries in the game, so. What do we notice here, though, as far as items?
Magnus seems to be struggling quite a bit. I'm not sure what it is with the Magnus today, if they're just being put in those suffer roles, or if they're just... Oh, actually, I mean, the one we were just in were quite fine. Who
Yeah.
was it playing the Magnus again? I can't recall the name now.
Tito, or what was his name? Tiso or something like that?
Tassi. Yeah, Tassi.
Tassi. There
Thank
go.
you, Quincy.
Tito.
Yeah, Tassi was playing it well, but in general, I mean, I just feel like if you pick up a Magnus, I feel like you should have him as a semi-carry, more or less. I don't think he does too well when he's in those kind of like, you know, he's not sure in what role he's actually filling.
Yeah.
A little bit more focus on the Magnus I would provide, or I would prefer. But in general, if we look at this lineup, we got actually a very weird build on Swiftblade. Demonic Breastplate and Abyssal Skull, so going for full
wow.
team support.
Now, team support, but at the same time, I mean, armor is not a bad thing to have against a Silhouette and a Deadwood, so maybe there's some
true,
logic
Deadwood as
there.
well.
Yeah. He figures that that's going to help again. I mean, he's at 35.4 armor, so yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's
of
helping the entire team very, very well.
Yeah.
Especially versus those heroes that you mentioned.
Nice deny right there by Prisoner. It's not easy to do against a Silhouette especially, but able to do it.
All right, so if you're a Legion team right now, like, what can you really do? I don't think you can do too much. Maybe try to do some Veiled Rot ganks with Deadwood and
Yeah.
Magnus. I would like to see that.
Well, yeah, no,
But other than
it's
that,
it's
you
the
know.
gank game, and it goes back to Silhouette too. Just doing what she did right there. Sure, the tower was denied, but she pushed it in ultimately, and got them distracted. He saw Prisoner porting in, so that's what it comes down to. Just distracting for Silhouette to do her job with the backdooring and whatnot.
Exactly. Midas actually might find
Yeah, but-
someone.
There we go with the combo. Transmute onto Ophelia. Pull back in onto him as well. He gets a Astrolabe peel off. He's staying alive. He can do that, but in the end, he will fall. Energy field comes down. Swift Blade going to quickly kill the energy field off as well as take out Engineer in the process. So much for
Damn,
what can they do.
That's not what I need right now. They just need to make or buy as much time as possible for the Silhouette.
Yeah. And now they're going to be pushing in the middle lane right here.
They bought back, right? On okay, Ophelia. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's kind of an awkward buyback, but she still has her ultimate.
Hellborn have destroyed a
So
Legion.
at least there's something there. Swift Blade, he spins. Look at that, that's a real Silhouette.
Oh
my
my
God,
God.
it was. Oh, jeez, it's always tough with that hero sometimes, but he couldn't even Geometer's Bane. I mean, he just melted right there.
Has been destroyed.
And you got to be so careful, even as Silhouette.
No buyback. Yeah, running in there with a real Silhouette feels a little bit risky. But
Yeah.
well played by Midas combo. Hitting him spot on.
32 minutes in. Team who has I want to say probably their biggest lead of the game again. We were just kind of jumping in recently, but feels that way now. 17,000 gold, 13,000 experience, and they're going to go for Conqueror. It's at least the second Conqueror kill because I saw the token earlier on Swiftblade. Lot of gold. A lot of gold on the Hellborn side. Portal Key just picked up now on Midas, but 5,600 on Parasite.
Is that a sheep stick? I think it is.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious choice here. Doesn't have a portal key, but not the biggest deal. And then there's Swiftblade, we'll see what he goes for, but probably still a little bit of time before he's gonna have whatever.
It's gonna go down. I mean, that's something that I would like to point out as well. That's a really fun trick. You saw a Prisoner right there. He jumps on, puts the shackle onto Magnus. He can't tablet away or stun away.
Yeah.
But what you can do, you can actually tablet the Prisoner. So if you make a quick movement or like a turn, you start running one way, which for example Goose Marchers, and then you turn the other way around at the same time as you can, or tablet Prisoner.
Okay.
The ultimate can actually be disjointed because of the range.
Yeah. No, that makes sense actually. So definitely.
It's
good
really
tip
fun to do
there.
it.
Yeah.
If you manage to pull it
Can't
off.
do it on yourself, then do it to him and get. You just need that distance because it's a leash between him and you. So that's a good point. Does Shackle work against Silhouette as far as preventing her from teleporting? I don't think it does.
No, it
She can
doesn't.
still teleport. Okay, just confirming that, but has a null stone obviously, anyways. But in that sense, could be a good null stone remover at least.
Yep.
They're gonna push the top lane here. It looks like. Yeah, there's the
I think they're
sheep
gonna
stick
go
on
for it.
Parasite.
I don't see any reason for why not. They're just gonna try to end it right here. Definitely got a team support and token to do so.
Yeah, Team Who. They won the first game. They lost the second game. That's why we're here in game number 3 and trying to move on to the round of 8. And on the verge of doing so, can thanks for the MMR prevent that. You got the minefield off to the side. Only level 1 mines, but still some good damage. What was that, 200 each or 150? So I guess not a whole lot. Only 4 there right now. Silhouette. She's preventing what she can. She does have her illusion up. Where is her illusion? Yeah, it's back at the well.
It's in base.
Goes in. Okay, yeah. Ports out. They pick up on that.
The Hellborn
Don't die with it though. She's letting it die for no
Yeah,
reason.
that's true, because you want to be able to use it again, yeah. And doesn't.
That's like half the hero going away.
That literally is half the hero. Prisoner gets jumped in the meantime by Deadwood. Magnus follow up, but the Dragon Item was already popped. And now they're going to look to return. Prison Break comes out. He hooks it back in as well. Deadwood ends up falling. Midas in the background jumps on a Magnus. You do see Silhouette throw him again. No illusion to jump to. Mind Trap doing a little bit of damage, but not nearly enough. Oh, the Mauler! The Wizard
Wow.
takes out Engineer. He's all Parasite inside right there. Hook's going to miss, but now the Shackle on to Silhouette. Magnus comes in there with another stun, and Prisoner's going to end up falling. Protecting Melody, protecting a little bit right here, using the Void Talisman. Gets tableted out, though, but Silhouette, she'll get picked off. That's what matters. GG's being called. And Team Who is victorious.
Legion barracks
in the end. So that'll do it for this series, as Team Boo is going to move on to the round of 8 over Thanks for the MMR. So yeah, fun to jump into that game and see what happened there.